Hello and welcome to the Sunday Fun Day podcast, the official podcast for Wild Wild West Fantasy Baseball. I'll be your host today, Alien Arms, Jalopet, Canadian Forms, Milkman, creator of the Gallon Challenge, Waffle Master, soon to be Team Tatted. Well, week number 5 is in the books. It was a powerful week. Not that many close matchups. Maybe just one. A lot of nonsense and noise coming out of nonsensical no-nos or narcissistic Nicholas. Just making stuff up as he goes along. We won't get into it. I wasn't involved this week. Sounded like the Bubble Gut Blender boys minus myself. We're going at it in the Discord this week. Definitely took a step away from Discord for a good while. Last time I was in the Discord, actually, my microphone wasn't working properly, and it sounded like I was in a Wendy's drive-thru, according to Colton. So I never went back. I haven't gone back since. Regardless, here we are. This is the Pedialyte Power Rankings for week number 5, brought to you by Pedialyte. We have a couple sponsors for today's video. Pedialyte being number 1. It is not for babies. All right. Starting at the top, consensus, potential, hypothetical, Cowboy Cup, leader of the league, currently at 4-1. We do have Hardley. Number 2, making a jump up 3 spots. Right behind Hardley, we do have Mr. Lucky, Dawson Taylor. Dawson's luck continues this week, although he did perform very well in all play. Still not sure how this team is continuing to make strides every day moving forward and upward. Much love to Dawson, though. He got the win. I guess, his haters are his motivators. I guess you can say. I don't know. Quite a reach there in the group me. I don't think anybody liked it. His message regarding everyone talking shit about him. But yeah, moving on, we do have the first of our co-category crowns this week. Dr. Carlin Touches Kids, splitting the crown this week, winning 10 of 11 possible hypothetical potential matchups in all play. At the number 4, we have Henry making strides, hitting the stair machine with our stair stepper of the week. We do have Mr. Father of 2, Henry Winklehake. Henry, congratulations on becoming a father again. It can now be said that you have had sex at least twice in your life. So a tip of the hat. Congratulations on your second born and your win this week. Henry, a dominating week. You won 9 of 11 possible matchups. At number 5, we have a little bit of a slide here for Jason, dropping down 2. We've got a little bit of a hospital issue going on. Some injuries are starting to stack up with some of the top tier guys. His keeper, his number 1 pick. It's not looking so great. The record will keep you afloat for the time being. Expecting some sliding to continue. Up to number 6, we do have Mr. Christian Johnson up 3 spots with a very, very tight win over Mr. Narcissistic Nonsense No-Nos. I'm loving that new nickname. I'm coining the phrase here on the pod. Love it. Narcissistic no-nos. Nonsense. Absolute nonsense. Just spewing. Grotesque nonsense. Speak of the devil, and he shall arrive. Nick sliding down 3 spots after his loss to Chuck this week. Of course, we can talk about it. It seems to me as if Nick has, without saying GGs or guarantees, called me out this week and said that he will utterly skullfuck me 10-0. I'm pretty much accepting that that is a guarantee this week, and I would like to also double down on his hypothetical guarantee and go ahead and hit him really with a fucking real one. Nick, I will guarantee that I will beat you this week and you will not be skullfucking me. I'm not going to say I'm going to win 10-0, but I'm not going to lose 10-0. That's absurd. While we're on the topic, took a big dive this week. Free falling without a parachute. Dropping 6 spots to the number 8. Alien Arms, Strilobet, Cuneiforms, Milkman, creator of the Gallon Challenge, master of waffles, soon to be teams added. Hate to see it. Ran into a brick wall at Mach speed. Tough week for the boys in the pitching cats. Henry locked it away with 1 save and the ratios. I mean, that's just what got it done for him, and my bats just weren't there. Following myself, we do have our co-category crown, Mr. Graham Barriante. Also, along with Carlin, winning 10 out of 11 possible matchups in all play. Graham jumps up 2 spots. At the number 10, we do have a big slide for Communist Coates. A little bit of a fraud watch here going on. Coates will be taking the no crown, with only 1 possible matchup win out of 11 this week in all play. That being said, we also have our co-clown of the week, Mr. Colton Fields. Happy belated Maddie Monday. I wanted to wait at least 1 day before dropping the pod. I think I'm just gonna push the pods to Tuesdays. I don't want to crowd up Maddie Monday. I think we have to have a full day of rest and relaxation before we get in to the next week. And Maddie Monday is the perfect time. Colton, I hope you enjoyed your Maddie Monday after the Sunday No Fun Day. You were also our co-clown of the week, taking only 1 out of 11 possible matchups in all play. Also taking the free falling with no parachute emblem with it as well, dropping 5 spots. This is the Tatis experience. And last but not least, Connor, winless, pooping, dead. I don't know. He got 2 out of possible 11 matchups this week. I won't touch much on Connor because there's not much to say there. Week 5 results for my projections were really bad. I was 1 for 5 and not looking so hot in the overall record at 8-18-4. God awful record there. For next week's projections, we do have a pretty nice gauntlet of teams. Obviously, with my guarantee, I will be taking myself to win week number 6. Dawson continues on his streak of lucky success. Graham rising from the ashes, taking 2 in a row. Coates with a bounce back week after having a couple of scuffling matchups. Henry again continuing to rise with full on dad power. And Carlin, one of our more questionable managers in the league, currently leading in the all play cumulative categories. I mean, I need to figure out an acronym or something. CAP, cumulative all play. All right, the CAP rankings. That's what it's going to be from now on. Carlin is leading the CAP rankings. Not by much, but he still has taken more categories than not against cumulative all play. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and break it down just a little bit just to see where we're at this week. As I mentioned earlier, you can't see my cursor, that sucks. Carlin, Graham, is that Graham? Kurt's so good. Yeah, Carlin, Graham, Henry, Dawson had weeks beating a majority of teams. And then, as I mentioned, Connor, Colton, Coates, Triple C, not to be confused with Triple T, had a down week. Looking for these guys to bounce back. Looking for Connor to get his first win. And as I was saying earlier, the CAP cumulative all play rankings currently have Carlin at the 1, Dawson at the 2, Harley 3, Henry 4, Graham 5. These are some weird numbers. Hypothetically speaking, a lot of cap in here. Chuck, Jason, myself, Nick, and then we've got some pretty accurate numbers down here at the bottom. Coates, Colton, Connor. I'm honestly really enjoying the cap rankings. It's looking like a potential see all be all for power rankings. We may see a change in the Pedialyte power rankings moving forward, but we're gonna stick with the Pedialyte power rankings as our number one go-to, with the cap rankings closely behind expected, hypothetically. We got a little bit of information on our luck index for this past week. We've got some lucky teams to be pointed out here. My Jordan Savior. He's got a good all-play record, but his expected record sitting at 3-2. Chat said this, not me. Winning matchups without dominating, right place, right time. We also have Jason as well, slightly lucky. Chat said it right here. Basically, coin flipping, but landing heads more than expected. Moving on to our unluckiest teams. Graham's a sneaky guy. A luck index of -2 wins. Graham above 600 in the cap all play. Graham apparently dominating categories and one of the most dangerous teams in the league right now. I'd love to see Graham make a jump and a move and leapfrog a lot of these guys in the league, but I also would hate to see it. Also, an unlucky team, apparently. Carlin, a luck index of -1.5. Supposedly he has an elite team and just getting caught in bad matchups early on. And then Henry, a little unlucky with his ties. I think the 2 ties that he had will be a defining statistic to watch later on in the year. As I said earlier, true standings are locked in. This is the cap rankings. Some takeaways here, probably already mentioning. Graham, ready to rock. Carlin, I can't even spit those words out of my mouth. Hardley's inflated record still showing. Mid-tier guys are making a fight. Henry, Dawson, Chuck. Very matchup-dependent guys. Can either win or lose at any point in time. And then, of course, we've mentioned this before. Our bottom tier is extremely clear. Colton, Connor, Coates. You guys are just looking pretty bad. But yeah, that's it. Let's go after it, boys. Let's get it. We're looking forward to having 7 days without narcissistic, nonsensical no-nos for the days of May 10th through May 17th. We are very much looking forward to this. Yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I know nobody asked for the pod this week, but here you go. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great week. Good luck to everybody who's still out there fighting for their lives. Peace out.